but papers call in weary tones. With silent hums my desk condones. The flicker of a desk lamp's glow. Its golden beams, they softly flow. The rhythm of the keys they tap. Heartbeats sing to the midnight map. Let the night fall quiet and slow. Through winding thoughts let wisdom grow. A mellow beat, a steady stream. We chase the echoes of a dream. Eyeglasses sliding down my nose. Pages bloom like a tired rose. Thoughts drift like snow in candle haze. Lost in labyrinths of late night maze. Pen and paper dance side by side. The night's embrace, a humble guide. Each ticking second whispers near. Through endless calm, nothing.
Kansas City. We're back on the air with you. This is the KKFI Band Auction, and we're ready to get started with our next artist. With us now is Christian Dixon from way up in Maryville, Missouri. Go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
All right. So you're a one-man band.
One-man band,
Okay.
solo artist.
Solo artist. Got your own equipment. You will carry and you blow them out of the room or just be peaceful as well?
Yeah, you know, carry a big stick and walk softly, right? That's the homage, but yeah, absolutely.
What would you describe your genre in, or the range of genres that you play in?
Range of genres, I would say kind of an indie folk Americana. People have compared me to a light country. Being from north central Missouri, you're bound to have a little bit of that country spirit in you. So, but yeah, mostly that folk Americana, I would say, singer-songwriter.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the best way for people to find out is to hear you play. Let me go over a few basics here. We will be listening to Christian between now and 5 minutes till 1. So between now and 12:55. The number to call to place a bid on him is 888-931-0901. The opening bid for this act, being a solo artist, is $150. After that, we move up in $25 increments. So if you want to know what it's all about, Christian, what are you going to start us with?
I'm going to start with the song Being from Missouri, being in the Midwest. Sometimes you get your heart broken in the Midwest. So this is a song that I wrote called Midwestern Tragedy.
All right.
Blinded by the lights of another SUV, the billboard tells me Jesus is the truth. The pieces of me scattered all along I-29 from all the trips I made to visit you. But you were looking for a little more Mahomes. The best that I could do was Alex Smith. Maybe it's better if I'm humbled that way, because pride is the worst of all the sins. But Kansas City's on fire, and Omaha's burning too, and Des Moines could go at any moment now, but all I can think about is you. Well, something died out in St. Louis. I haven't been the same. It's been a Midwestern tragedy
have to remember your name. And if there's such a place as hell on earth, well, I think that I found it now between the 4 states. I can't run for the mountains or hide by the sea. No wonder everybody moves away. But Kansas City's on fire, and Omaha's burning too, and Des Moines could go at any moment now, but all I can think about is you. Well, something died out in St. Louis. I haven't been the same. Well, it's been a Midwestern tragedy, 'cause I have to remember your name. Well, my feelings have been changing faster than the weather, and it wouldn't be so bad without the wind. I'm burning up and going numb, and it's because of you. Oh, why'd I have to go and let you in? But Kansas City's on fire, and Omaha's up in flames. It's been a Midwestern tragedy, 'cause I have to remember your name.
All right, you gotta love that song. That was great. Now that was your own composition, right?
That's an original. I'm going to be playing all originals today, so
Okay.
hopefully.
And now,
spark
if
some interest.
someone were to book you, you do covers on request, or
I would hope that if there were a series of covers that they would like to see,
Right.
I would gladly take those in.
Right.
I am primarily an originals performer,
Right,
but
right.
I do know that they're the classics and the covers that people do enjoy. So
Well,
upon request by the booker, I would learn a couple more songs, and
okay.
yeah.
Everybody has their rights. But in order for that to matter, you need to bid. So the number to call is 888-931-0901. And operators are standing by, as they say. And we've got runners who will run the bids up to me so I can keep you posted on how you are doing against others, so that you're sure that you don't end up missing out, not having the last chance to bid. So that was great, man. Your voice is really smooth and nice, and the strumming there, that was some great stuff. And I'll tell you personally, those of you listening, if you're afraid of having like some stranger show up, this guy is not a stranger. After about 3 minutes, I met him out in the lobby beforehand, and just a friend to everyone he meets. So you'll enjoy having him at your gig. What's the next song you're going to bring us?
This is another original, and it's about vulnerability and people you care about, and sometimes that vulnerability comes back on you. And this is a song called "Deer on the Highway."
All right.
All right.
Pressing my thumbs against the outside of my eyes, and all the joy is leaking out the sides. I don't think that things are supposed to feel this way, but I'm not gonna beg you now to stay. But is it really better if it's out of my control? If I still feel it ringing all the way down in my soul? Maybe I never got it, or I had it and I lost it. I got my heart broken, not something to avoid. And I don't have anybody parked in the driveway. I'm just the deer that got hit on the highway. She got her answer and you got your ending, and I've gone in debt from all the time that I'm spending. Helpful and hopeless, I'm somewhere between them, but somebody left me all alone on the median. And I know that there isn't a single thing you owe me. Maybe I don't miss you, maybe I'm just feeling lonely. Well, I thought it was something, but what did it amount to? Maybe I'm the exit wound for someone else to see through. I don't want it to get better, I want to stay in it forever. What does it mean if I can just forget? She got her rock star and you got your cowboy, and I got my heart broken, not something to avoid. And I don't have anybody parked in the driveway. I'm just the deer that got hit on the highway. She got her answer and you got your ending, and I've gone in debt from all the time that I'm spending. Helpful and hopeless, I'm somewhere between them, but somebody left me all alone on the median. And I live my life never quite saying goodbye, 'cause maybe they'll come back around and give it another try. But I'm still believing in the good things that are leaving, 'cause I know that they'll come back round my way.
Oh man, great stuff. I'm just loving what I'm hearing. If you're loving it too, you need to get your bids in, and I'm going to sweeten the pot right now. Okay, so normally we say during the KKFI band auction that the event has to be within 50 miles of Kansas City, but this young man has said he's willing to go as far as Lawrence or Topeka, or certainly St. Joe or Maryville.
Absolutely.
Up north, that's easy. That's like staying closer to home. So if you feel like you were holding back because maybe you were just a little too far away, here's your man right here, Christian Dixon. He has got a great sound, and he is willing to travel. Remember, the opening bid is $150, and the number to call is 888-931-0901, and all for a great cause, all for your favorite radio station, 90.1 FM, KKFI. All right, let's give him some more music here. We need to convince him here.
Okay, well, this I don't want to confuse anybody, because this song is called Clearance, and I am not being booked on clearance. You know, we do take full bid.
That's right.
This song is called Clearance, and it's about never wanting to belittle yourself for somebody else. You want to keep your worth close to your chest. This song is called Clearance.
Am I a faulty product with the warranty expired? Factory refurbished, maybe I should be retired. I'll scrape off the rust, but I can't promise that I'll shine. I'm always an option, but it's never the right time. Dirty, bloody hands from all this digging up the path. Misery company, so I keep looking back. Pack of my belongings, they all lead me back to you. You can take what's yours, take my inner critic too. 'Cause I tried to bargain with you, but it didn't make a difference. So I'll put it all up for sale, and I'll mark it off for clearance. And I'll put out a product I think someone will want. It's as long as I find a home that I don't have to haunt. I'm counting down the days until I start collecting dust. I'm fully functional except the breaking down of trust. We're going out of business now and everything must go. We're boarding up the windows now, there's nothing left to show. 'Cause I tried to bargain with you, but it didn't make a difference. So I'll put it all up for sale, and I'll mark it off for clearance. And I'll put out a product I think someone will want. It's as long as I find a home that I don't have to haunt. The worst thing you could ever be is right about everything that you see when you look at me. And the worst I tried to bargain with you, but it didn't make a difference. So I'll put it all up for sale, and I'll mark it off for clearance.
That ought to get a full price offer right there. There's no clearance in that one. That was great. You know, your lyrics are so insightful, and it's like poetry. It's really, I love it. I love it.
One of my best friends told me one time, he said, "Christian, you're not really a musician." And then he had a really long pause, and I was like, "Excuse me?" And he said, "You're more of a poet, and you use guitar for your sound." And I was like,
That's nice. That's nice. Well, hey, I had my first caller called into the studio trying to make a bid, and you really need to call the bid line. So I gave her the correct number, and that number is 888-931-0901. And, she happened to be driving in her car at the time. I asked her if she had a pencil, and she says, "Yeah, at my house." No. But you really, the way the bid process works, you will call in and make a bid, and others will make a bid. And then when the auction is over, which will be at 1:05, when we close the bidding, then we worry about details for payment. So don't worry that, man, I don't want to mess with my credit card. All you're doing at this point is helping to establish what that bid level is. That number, one more time, 888-931-0901. Call now. Get a piece of this artist. Well, he's still on the rise. How many different places do you play around town right now?
You know, this summer was the first time that I booked a show where I was on the bill. So I played about 7 or 8 different venues.
Okay.
And I just love every performance I get to do because it's a chance to connect. I don't do it for the money. I mean, getting paid is nice, but I do it to connect with people and to share my story. And I believe in the music that I write, and I think that other people can relate to it. So
Well, and it says something that you donated your services to KKFI. I mean, that just tells you a little bit about what kind of guy this is on the inside, not just in his words, but in his deeds as well. So a great guy. You need to get him to play at your gig, 888-931-0901. We've got like 5 minutes left. You got one song that would fit that bill?
you know, I want to send off this this opportunity that I've had with a song called "The Send Off."
Okay.
So this song is called "The Send Off." My heart is a funeral home for every sort of grief. A suit and tie affair, but I am burying the lead. I shake my fist, but not at God or women or my health. All this pent-up anger is directed at myself. I hold a visitation for the love that's dead and gone. Empty seats to make room for what I am missing out on. I measure my goodbyes by how long I hold on to distance. Otherwise, the absence makes it easy to say good riddance. Bye. Farewell, God bless, I wish you the best, even though I'm lying through my teeth. It's a send-off, a letdown, to put you in the ground. Hate to say it, but it's been a relief. But that's not the kind of person I want to be. But that's not the kind of person I want to be. When will I let go of the notion that my suffering is special? That I'm owed something if there are grudges that I hold? A creature comfort agony that I have self-employed. I reckon this discomfort ain't something I should avoid. But if I wrote a eulogy to my neglected needs, I'd address the criticism slowly killing me. I'm at odds with myself, but I will set the record straight. I'll put aside my differences, and here's what I will say. Farewell, God bless, I wish you the best, even though I'm lying through my teeth. It's a send-off, a letdown, to put you in the ground. Hate to say it, but it's been a relief. But that's not the kind of person I want to be. But that's not the kind of person I want to be. That's not the kind of person I wanna be.
You know, he just ends each song with a smile, and I'm smiling back at him. This impress your friends and hire Christian Dixon and invite them to a party where he plays. He is just a great guy. You'll want to have him. at your next event to spread some love in this world and do some good. And, of course, help your favorite radio station. We've got our opening bid at 150. We're ready for a bid for 175. The bidding will continue on until 105. So we're going to have an additional 10 minutes to get your bid in. The number again is 888-931-0901. So before I let you go here, Christian, if people want to follow you or your career, is there like a website or something? How would they stay in touch?
I try to stay active. My online website is christiandixon.bandzoogle.com. I am on Instagram and Facebook under Christian Dixon Music. It's all one word. You can find me everywhere you stream music, Pandora, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, and I'm releasing more music soon, so I'm happy to have you join along.
And, you know, I downloaded some of your music before to get it in here for the station so that everyone can play, because it is great local music from a local artist who's doing stuff on a national, I mean, as good as anything you can hear. Very good. Thank you very much for being on with us. Again, we have until 1:05 for you to get your bid in. That number is 888-931-0901. I'm going to give you a little music to dial by. This is David Grisman doing Cajun mandolin.